global issues today has affected architectural solution in Indonesia, which steered architects to rely more on active design rather than passive design. This has caused the excessive consumption of non-renewable energy in Indonesia compared to other countries. As evidential, Indonesia consumes significantly more energy than other countries. The world that we used to live in, with cooler weather and more regular weather or climate, continues to be more uncomfortable to live in. The global temperature continues to increase year by year. For each year, the increase of global temperature is larger than the previous. The human behavior, with their variety of interests, deliberately or not, ultimately has disturbed the balance of nature. The ratio of rainwater absorbed by the soil and runoff has changed from 80% to 20% to 20% to 80% respectively. Weather changes that occur regularly both in tropical and subtropical areas has become irregular and occur in uncertain pattern. The seawater level continues to increase from time to time, combined with a decreasing of land surface, affecting the habitable land area, especially in coastal areas. There have been many examples of changes that occur around the world, especially in Indonesia, including the decreasing land level in Jakarta annually. The ocean contains more waste and has decimated aquatic habitat in Indonesia. The concern of landfills that cannot accept any more waste due to saturation. Aquatic abrasion that reaches out to land due to global warming. Phenomenon that can be observed in daily lives, such as body parts of car melting under the hot sun, animal deaths caused by heat stroke. Even we feel the stinging heat of the sun on our skin. High altitude areas that used to be cool has increased temperatures. Example of this include Puncak Bogor, Salatiga, Bandung, Bandungan, Malang, Batu, Kopeng, and Kaliurang are now not as cool as they used to be. According to climate data, temperatures have been observed to increase as much as 3 degrees Celsius. Many changes have occurred in this world, including undesirable ones, primarily caused by the human behavior that focuses on collective and/or personal interests. For this discussion, we introduce an ambassador, a figure involved in the world of green building for 3 years. The world is changing, and it is changing at a faster rate than ever before. The world we are sharing reacts to what we did in the past. The main cause of climate change is global warming, or an increase in the Earth's average temperature. This was caused by the greenhouse gas effect, caused by the increasing concentration of greenhouse gases in the Earth's atmosphere. Buildings consume 36% of energy produced and are responsible for 39% of global carbon emissions, making it the largest contributor to climate change. To decarbonize the building sector, GBC Indonesia participates in World GBC's global project, working towards total sector decarbonization by 2050. The basic principle of implementing the net zero building is to optimize the design of the building in a way to reduce the need for energy. To maximize using friendly of source energy that Indonesia can provide so far is solar cell. The question is how Indonesia as an archipelago country with more than 17,000 islands can apply vernacular architecture. What is a net zero healthy? Net zero energy buildings are buildings that make or supply their energy through renewable resources, which results in zero carbon emissions. Per se, a net zero energy building is one that produces as much energy as it consumes on an annual basis. These types of buildings can take energy from electrical grids and send unused energy back to offset their energy consumption. Don't be confused by conflicting terms. NZEB stands for Net Zero Energy Building. ZNE is abbreviation of Zero Net Energy Building. They all mean the same thing. They also might be referred to green buildings. From all the things previously mentioned, construction of buildings have been the primary cause of the increasing carbon emissions. We would like to stress that 70% of all buildings in the world contribute to 39% of global carbon emissions. This introduces the need for green building, appointed to improve the energy consumption of new and existing buildings.
Responding to these issues and as part of the World Green Building Council, which has launched the Net Zero Advance Program, Green Building Council Indonesia has developed Greenship Net Zero to transform all buildings into zero emission by taking steps. 1. Passive design approach, use of natural ventilation and natural lighting. 2. Active design approach, optimization of the performance of air conditioning system, lighting, and other equipments. 3. Health and comfort environment, creating healthy and comfortable air quality in the building. 4. Renewable energy on-site, off-site, and off-site, reducing emission from building operation by utilizing renewable energy with zero emission. Now, what is the advantage of the net zero healthy? Higher performance of net zero healthy buildings and homes offering comfort and space as healthier place to work and live. Because net zero healthy building use passive strategies such as natural ventilation and natural lighting, the building is more resistant to the impacts of climate change and also less vulnerable to price increase of energy. Home and business owner will pay less energy. Money that they can spend can be used to develop the company or meet other needs. Investment in net zero healthy practices and technology create jobs, new products to be exported worldwide, strengthen local economies, and help us control our energy in the future. Pursuing net zero healthy can strengthen Indonesia economics and be pioneer in clean energy. How do I build the net zero buildings? Achieving net zero healthy requires a combination of best practices in energy efficiency, developing comfortable and healthy environment, and renewable energy productivity. Designing buildings for high energy performance is the first step and requires goal setting, up-front project, and work under the integrated design process. The design planning team must 1. reducing the amount of energy used through passive design and active design by being able to implement the most efficient building envelope strategy, natural lighting, natural ventilation, and the application of high energy efficient technologies, including lighting and HVAC. Proper mass arrangement and cooler microclimates can be served as a passive cooling of buildings. 2. Install the optimized on-site renewable energy first, and if carbon emission still can be reduced significantly, we can use off-site or offset renewable energy carbon to meet the remaining needs of the building. Install off-site renewable energy steps, especially solar cell, because this is most feasible economically. 3. Optimize building operation and how occupants use their facilities, including management of device and control system. Synergy with residents and tenants can ensure the resident understand the purpose of net zero healthy and maintain low energy use with healthy and comfortable work environment. Now, what if I have limited space for renewable energy? Alternatively, the building can access renewable generation from a community scale project located elsewhere, or purchase a renewable energy certificate. What happens if there is a question, is net zero equal to zero energy bills? Probably not. Net in the net zero means that sometimes a building will withdrawing or requesting energy from the grid when renewable energy is less than optimal in supplying energy. And at other times, the building will return energy to the grid when it produces more than it uses. If we count from 1 year in terms of carbon emission are emitted and avoided, the carbon balance must be zero or even less.
Are we interested to create a healthy and comfortable living environment? There are many ways to achieve a healthy and comfortable house. One of them includes the design change of building envelope. For example, by adding insulating foam and reflective aluminum layer, the room below the roof can remain cool and insulated. Or by remodeling building windows so that the room is more hospitable to inhabit, like using a double or triple glazed windows panel, upscaling north and south facing windows, because east and west facing windows are prone to the daily cycle where the sun would invite heat into the house. Other actions could include using more energy-efficient electronics to reduce the electricity load and consumption. Even if the household electronic can only be a little more efficient, it can prove to push electrical energy consumption in large quantities. Using appliances that uses renewable energy like wind or hydro energy, or even the increasingly popular solar energy, can help in reducing greenhouse gas emissions. A few households have successfully obtained a steady electric generation, enough to supply the electric demand without having to purchase electricity from an electrical company. Moreover, households that produces more energy than they need can export their excess electricity to the electrical company or those that need the energy. Let us see a few buildings that has begun using the green building system. We feel how comfortable it is to living in such building. With this system, we can feel more protected by a multitude of pathogens, including COVID-19. Even though the initial cost of the building may be expensive, we will be able to enjoy comfort in our daily lives, whether when we rest or relax in Dream House. We would also contribute to the conservation of nature that we live in. It has also become one of our moral responsibility towards the future generations, that they would live in an environment that is as comfortable or even more comfortable than it is now. In Indonesia, we observe the 101 Yogyakarta. Are you interested on how to achieve a comfortable home to live in? Seek the next episode where we will discuss in detail how to design an environmentally friendly, comfortable, and energy efficient house.